What's up guys, I'm Logan, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my full stretching routine that I do for every time I kick. Let's go. So first, I always like to start off with a nice hip flexor stretch. You want to make sure your hip flexors are nice and open so that way you're not causing any unnecessary strain on your hip flexors, because hip flexors are a very important part of kicking so you can swing through the ball nice and easily. I hold each stretch for about 30 seconds, but in this video I'm going to be holding them for about 10 to 15 just to show you guys my full process, or my full stretching routine. So then, switch sides. Even though, for me, I'm right-footed, so my right hip flexor is the one that does most of the stretching. I'd like to make sure that it's nice, even stretch, so that they're both well-suited for when I do a kicking session. All right, after the hip flexor stretch, I like to go into the butterfly stretch. Butterfly stretch, it's another, not so much hip flexor, it opens up your groin very nicely. I feel that this stretch in particular, might be the best stretch for opening up your hip flexors, or your groins, I should say. All right, so after I do the butterfly stretch, I like to go into just a nice knee hug. I feel that the knee hug fully allows your glute to just be open, glute to be opened up. A nice stretch for a kicking session, and also this is like a secondary stretch that it does, but a lower hamstring, not so much, but you can really feel it if you get a nice stretch in. And then, while it's similar, I also do Hollywoods. Hollywoods I mostly do for the low back. If you get a nice twist in, you can feel it on your outside of your lower back. And for me, I've always had some back issues. So if I can get a nice stretch in, it will reduce the amount of back pain I will be in after the session. All right, next stretch is a nice just one leg back quad stretch. I'm not the most flexible kicker. Obviously, I'm working on this. I do this probably 2 to 3 times a day, this stretching routine or a slight variation of it. If you can, get as low as you can. Make sure you get a nice stretch all throughout your quad. Might be one of my favorite stretches. I just like how it just is a very deep stretch. And obviously, quads are pretty important for kicking, because that's what generates most of your power. So if you can get your quads nicely stretched, then you will reduce the risk of injuries. All right, my next stretch that I like to do is the pigeon stretch, which is this stretch. It also is like a nice, kind of like an upper thigh stretch. It stretches just about everything. I just like to hold this. This might be one of my favorite stretches. I just feel it's a very deep stretch that you get, and it just loosens the leg up. This was a stretch that I learned when I played high school soccer. This is a stretch we did every day, and I could before every practice, this stretch just allowed me to get ready for the day. All right, and then lastly, I always like to do a little bit of a calf stretch. My calf stretch of choice is just a nice one leg over, pulling the other leg down. I feel that if you just have it up here or just on the ground, not get as deep of a stretch, but if you kind of push it down with your other foot, then you feel the stretch all the way up. And again, same thing on the other leg. Want to make sure that both your legs are nice and loose before your game or your practice. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Also, if you have any pieces of feedback or any suggestions, leave them down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.